Hey everybody, how are you? Big warm welcome. Good to see some familiar faces. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Fill me in. Who is here? I can see some faces. Who's here? Where are you coming in from? Is it morning? I know some of you in Australia, it's like super early in the morning. Not so bad here in New Zealand. It's 9:30. So, yeah, fill me in. Morning, evening, afternoon, where in the world are you coming in from? And we got Queensland, we've got the US. So good. The US. Oh, goodness me, how good. Canada. So we've got Virginia, Arizona, Sunshine Coast in Canada. Got some New Zealanders. How good. How good. How are you? How is everybody? And from the UK, evening in the UK, is it 8:30 p.m.? I can't remember if it's which way it is at the minute. Excited, Wayne. Me too. Me too. And as you're coming on and tell me, how do you know me? Have we worked together before? Have you been on some of my masterclasses and trainings? And who's new? Hey, Joanne, good to see you. Who's new? Who has never met me before? I've actually seen quite a few registrations come in from some names that are unfamiliar. So that's really exciting for me. I'm so stoked about that. You have, lots of you have. How good. How good. Feeling great and ready to expand. You are in the right place then, Diana. You are in the right place for expansion. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, it's so good just to see more and more of you jumping on in. And so Arizona, beautiful. So good, isn't it? Some of us have had a long relationship for many years. How awesome. So a big official welcome to Elevate Your Vision. Maybe this is the first time that you've jumped on anything with me. And so I really it's a big warm welcome to everyone. But of course, if you're new in my world, it's even more of a special welcome to you. Elevate Your Vision is something that sits very dear to my heart, and I actually did facilitate this last year, and had such a great response and such great feedback. I was like, this is something that I'm going to continually do. I mean, maybe once a year, maybe twice a year, who knows? But it's just such a privilege and a pleasure to be able to bring this to you in a way that, it's complimentary. You get to jump on and be in my world, and we get to experience that together. So how good is that? How good is that? Elevate your vision, uncover your true potential and heart's desire, choose it with power, live it with certainty. And that's what it's about, isn't it? Because we want to be living a life that we desire. We want to be living it with certainty. We want to have direction. We want to be living our fullest potential. True? Because why else are we here on this earth? Why else would we be here on this earth? We want to experience everything that is there to experience for us, that is there and available. So it's 2 days. 2 days. We have today, and then we have next week, same time, same place, same day. So day 1, we're going to dive deep into your land of plenty. Okay, we're going to connect to your true level, allowing you to gain clarity on your soul's calling. Accessing your truest desires, free from the limitations of your ego and societal conditioning. Because from our ego and societal conditioning, we all are playing so small. We're all playing so small. And by the way, today I'm going to be picking someone out from the group. and I'm going to do a live intuitive reading on them. So you're going to experience exactly how I tune into someone's highest potential. And you are going to be tapping into your own highest potential as well. Okay. So I just want to know now, I am going to ask later, but I'm really excited to know who would love to be picked, who would love for me to do an intuitive reading on your highest potential. Give me a little bit of feedback in the chat box. You'd love it. Nice. Awesome. Yes. Cool. 100%. I would. Heck yes. Absolutely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Me, of course. I love it. I love it. And look, it really is such a beautiful thing to be able to do. And the truth is, I mean, we're not diving deeply into intuition today, but the truth is we all have intuition. We're all intuitive beings. It's just about being in practice of it. So this is going to be day one. Some of you may have joined me last time where we had Sam. She's not able to be here today. She wanted to jump on in, but we had such a beautiful experience of getting really crystal clear on Sam's vision. And I know that she's had a lot of movement in her life since that session. So that's pretty special. Hey, so day one, day two, which is next week, of course, we're going to uncover how to create true choices that are energetically aligned with your vision. And I'm going to share with you my own true choices and words that really elevate your choices to a place of crystal clear clarity, if there's such a thing, for your consciousness, because we want it to be clear, right? We want it to be clear. So who's ready? Are you ready to create more magic in your life? Let me ask you that. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to create more magic in your life? Yes. Me. If yes. Absolutely. Good. I'm pleased to hear that. Not only because it means that you're in the right place here, being on this call with me, but I'm pleased to hear that because there is so much magic to be lived. You know, to be able to elevate, like who really chooses to elevate your vision to your true level? To connect into your deepest truth and highest potential, to live an extraordinary life beyond what you thought was ever possible. Hey, Nancy, good to have you on. To create inspired choices energetically aligned with your vision. Are you ready to stop playing small and live this life that is mediocre? I mean, you might be loving it, true, and that's awesome. But are you ready to stop playing small? Are you really ready to put yourself out there in the world and be seen and share your knowledge and wisdom? Are you ready to stop giving your power away to a level that is no longer your truth? To let go of your limited beliefs and dysfunctional patterns that are keeping you stuck. Because I don't know about you, I hope this for you, and I know this about me, is that I'm not on this earth to settle. I'm not settling for anything. Like, I just choose more. Because why not? Because it gets to be fun and playful. It gets to be fun and playful. So are you ready to unlock it all and elevate your vision? Yes? Awesome. We get to choose more and more. Yeah, and be in the fun and play of it, of course. Of course. So here's how we're going to get the most out of today. I want you to be present. I want you to go ahead and throw your phone out the window. Maybe not quite that dramatic, but put it somewhere where it's not there and it's kind of easy for you to go ahead and pick up. Put it on silent or like a focus setting so that it's just out of your mind, out of your way. Lock yourself in a cupboard if you need to. Give your children a bag of chips and a soft drink and send them outside to play. Whatever you need to do to be present. Because it's not about just jumping on this call and maybe you're here live, maybe you're watching the replay. So a big warm welcome to you if you are watching the replay as well. It's not about just showing up and being on a call and listening to some good stuff. It's about intentionally bringing it in and using it and living it. So let's set an intention today and choose to get the greatest benefit out of being here. I want you to pause, close your eyes, and just set that intention. I'm intending to get the greatest benefit out of being here. And let's also choose to keep the energy and vibration high. And most of all, let's just choose to have fun, because I love to have fun. Do you? Do you love to have fun when you're learning new things and absorbing information? Same. So do I. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need an open mind. You're going to need the willingness to be curious. You're going to need to park all that you know at the door and pick up what resonates today, because maybe it all resonates, maybe some of it does. It doesn't matter. But just pick up what resonates with you and add it to what you already know. Because here's the thing, I am very knowledgeable about what it is that I know and I do. And you might be more knowledgeable at other things that you've learned. There's lots of beautiful learnings and trainings out there, right? So just add what you get today to what you already know. There's no right or wrongs. You also need a notebook, paper, pen, glass of water, coffee, snacks. Who loves snacking? Who needs a snack by their side all the time? So, who's all prepared? You're prepared, you're ready to go. Let me ask you a question. Why are you here? Why are you here today with me on this call? Is it because you would love to get clearer on your vision? Is it because your friend down the road told you that Rochelle's kind of a cool person and you should just jump on like one of her calls? What do you hope to get from this experience? Open to more? Beautiful, to experience some magic, to re-energize my choices, ready to embrace my full potential and step forward with confidence and clarity. Yes. So for whatever the reason is that you're here, an updated choice list. Beautiful. I love that. I love that. Now set this as a very clear intention and have a positive expectation about it, right? This is my intention to have this experience. And if you are sitting there a little bit unsure, you're just like, well, I just wanted to jump on in. Then just set an intention like we did before, just to absorb and get the fullest benefit out of our time together. Nice. So good. And I just want to thank you all too, because I can feel the energy. It feels really buzzy. So thank you so much for bringing all the energy into this call. And so I want to share with you what really inspired me to be here with you today. And of course, as I said, like last year I facilitated this. I got loads of feedback and was like, right, I need to ensure that I keep on doing this to be of service to as many people as possible, because that's what sits in my heart, right? That is why I do what I do, because I'm extremely passionate about helping as many people on the planet to live their true fullest potential. So let me introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Rochelle Weir, and for over 10 years now, I've been coaching, working with some of the greatest in the creative development world for these years, including being a head coach for one of the world's leading multi-million-dollar creative development companies, working closely with groups facilitating trainings to 3,000 plus members and coaching one-on-one high-level clients worldwide. facilitating yearly retreats in Bali, which some of you have been on. Actually, a lot of you on this call have been too. So that's super awesome. Some actually have been twice and they're coming back for the third time. Philippa, she loved it that much. She's coming again this year. How good is that? And as of 2 years ago, I went out on my own, doing the same thing, but building my own empire. And here's one of the biggest problems that I see. Over these 10 or so years, I have witnessed so many people letting go of their big, beautiful, and inspiring visions. You might call them goals or dreams. I call it your vision. These people are getting in their own way, not connecting to their heart's desires, not opening themselves up for all of the possibilities. They're playing small, they're shying away, dulling their shine. They have no direction. They get distracted in life circumstances. They let their current reality dictate what they are capable of. They're giving their power away to opposing beliefs that arise when they choose that they want something and then have a belief that a condition exists. And so it's stopping them from actually having it. They're living from a limited perspective, like filtering and editing out their vision to what they think is possible for them based on their current circumstances or societal conditioning. Their fears, the self-sabotage, the patterns, that all comes in the way of living an incredible, elevated life. And the outcome being that they're living a lower level life that is not their truth. And when I say lower level, I don't mean that anyone's lower or higher than anyone else. I'm just meaning that the lower level of life is just, it's a life of smallness. It's a life of being mediocre. It's a life of just settling. It's not filled with all the life's abundance that there is and that's available for them. Giving up on an extraordinary and abundant life because they're not living from their true level and potential. They're unfulfilled, unsatisfied, stuck, and struggling. They're not aligned with their true vision and potential with what they choose in life. What does that mean? They're missing out on an incredible life. Who wants to miss out on an incredible life? I don't want to miss out on an incredible life. And you know what the saddest thing is? And what I remind myself when I get in my own way, because yes, it doesn't matter how long you're in this work for. We all have our own patterns. We all get in our own way from time to time. The thing that I remind myself is I do not want to get to the end of life with huge regrets. I don't want to be like, oh, damn, I should have. Why didn't I? I want to get to the end of life and be like, holy heck, I absolutely went for it. Some of the things worked out, some of them didn't. What a hell of a ride. What a journey. How cool. I put myself out there. I lived my truth. I didn't just shy away and sit in the corner being scared of getting out of my comfort zone or being, afraid of being judged or challenged or whatever the beliefs and things that come up, right? But so many people have these things that sit in their heart that they would love to do, and they do nothing about it. They do nothing about it. And I see this as a problem, and this is why I am so passionate to share this work. This is why I'm here, and this is why I want to help. because it doesn't have to be this way. Not for me, not for you, not for anyone. There is no one on this planet that is any more special than anyone else. We all have the ability to create what is in our true heart's desire. We all have the ability. And you might have this conditioning that comes up and says, yeah, but I'm not smart enough. And like, it's just rubbish. And I say that with love, but it is just rubbish, because if we can't do it and we physically think, oh, my brain isn't wired to do X, Y, Z, we can get someone to help us. You know, if you want it bad enough, that's how I've created, even before I knew and understood this work, that's how I created anything. It's like, I at 23, I bought my first hair salon. I was like, well, I just want to own a salon. And I just figured out how to make it work. It actually gets to be like that. It's like, this is what I want. This is the direction that I'm going in. And I just have to figure out how to get there. The problem is our brain tries to figure it out before we decide. It starts filtering and editing. Oh, nah. I mean, this is my current reality. How could I possibly be flying in a private jet? How could I possibly have houses all around the world? How could I No, let me just dull my vision down so I can just kind of, get it to where I think that I can. Who can resonate? I'd love to hear, I'm just going to pause for a moment. Who can resonate with some of the things that I'm speaking of, and what's really landing for you personally? Let me know in the chat box. Love that we have no limits and we can create anything we want. 100%. Yeah, you could see that you can talk yourself out of what it is that you want. Look, I've had people that, we have got their vision, we've got their true choices. And look, here's another reason why a lot of people don't actually choose their truth, because then they have to face themselves. It's like, yeah, but if I choose that, then I'm going to have to actually show up. Then I'm actually going to have to move through my limited beliefs. Can't I just have that and still, not be seen? It's funny. Yeah, keeping my vision to what I think is doable. 100%. So many people, and you can just see how that keeps us limited. It keeps us limited. It keeps us small. I mean, I know this is a big reason. Can you imagine? So as I shared before, so I worked for this company. A lot of you know the company. A lot of you have connected with me because of the company that I worked for. All cared, no responsibility, sharing this work, sharing my gifts and talents, incredible money. And I chose to step away from that and do my own thing. Why? Because I knew that it wasn't my truth. I knew that I was holding myself limited. And it was as scary as all heck, because it was so secure being in, being the head coach in that environment. But I knew it wasn't my true potential. And I knew that I had to step away from it for me to, and it was actually after the first retreat that I ever did in Bali, and it's called Unlimited Creator. And I knew for a while that I was limiting myself, right? Working with this company. But it was just so scary, and I just didn't want to face it. I was like, no, I'm just going to avoid that. Like, it's not. But, I kept on getting the nudges. You get the nudges and you're like, nah, it's too scary. It's too scary. But when I was facilitating that retreat, it's like, I can't hold integrity with with, you know, facilitating a retreat and sharing people to be unlimited when I'm limiting myself right now? I was limiting myself. And so when I got back from the retreat, I was like, okay, I went to Chris and I said, look, this is where I'm at. This is what I got to do. And I felt physically ill. I really thought I was going to throw up. Oh, it was like an out of body experience. It's like, is this actually happening? But it was the best thing I could have ever done. It did not come with rainbows and candy floss and unicorns. There was hard times. There was ups and downs. And there will continue to be, of course. That's part of creating. That's part of having the, you know, the courage and the bravery. Fortune, I want you to write this down. Fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave. If you want to create fortune and be fortunate in life, you got to be brave. You got to take those steps. You got to just follow. It's like, yeah, I know what the truth of my vision is, and I've got to take the obvious steps. I've got to take the obvious steps. So I kind of went on a little bit of a tangent. Then I'll bring it back into what we were talking about. You know, every single person that I start coaching, I always do an intuitive reading with them on their land of plenty and create true choices. It reminds me of last year. I had a client that I had just started working with, and she'd known this work for a really long time, and she'd done her land of plenty like 4 weeks beforehand. And after we did the process, we took her vision to a whole new level. Her life has completely changed. And she is a coach. She was already coaching, and she has taken her whole coaching business to a whole new level, because when she had done her land of plenty on her own, she was playing it so safe. And I want this for you. I want you all to be able to connect into the truth of your vision and have it so set in concrete. And I want this to deeply land for you. You cannot create anything in life without a vision. And you certainly won't create your elevated potential without your true vision. So I've got a question for you. Do you want to live and settle with living a mediocre life? To just have enough, just make ends meet, just have enough fun, to have a life that feels small and limited, like you're struggling, like you're oscillating all the time. No, hell no, because you were born for more. And I know that we hear that, you were born for more, but you were. You were born for more, and you know that you have things in your heart and in your thoughts that keep prodding you and saying, wouldn't it be really nice to create this? I'd really love to do this, be this, create it, have it. How many times do you get those nudges and you don't follow through on any action? Yeah, you've had enough. You want your high-end luxury lifestyle. So we must match that identity. We must match that energy. And we must take the obvious action. But we've got to have our North Star first. You can't have any of it if you don't have your vision, right? A lot of people are so scared to dream too big because they don't believe that they'll get there. Oh, I can't tell people that this is what I want and this is what I'm going for, because what happens if I don't get there? But you certainly will not get there if you don't have a North Star. And keep on putting your focus and your energy into it. And you can have it. I don't have my true choices sitting here. You can go through this, you can do your land of plenty, you can get your true choices, and then you can sit it there and do nothing about it. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for any of you. And I would love to dive deep into the teachings of the level of your consciousness, the opposing beliefs, alchemy, the neuroscience behind what you're about to experience, being part of Elevate Your Vision, but that would require a whole other educational piece, which we do cover in one of my programs, Conscious Creator Academy. But, we're going to keep the main thing here today. And, you may know the powerful premise that your focus creates your reality. And to create anything, including the reality that you desire, you must have tension. And to create tension, there are two essential components: your current reality, where you are now, and your desired reality. Your desired reality is your vision. This compels our consciousness to create what we want. Your vision creates your results for you, right? Where you put your focus creates the results for you. Now, be mindful, because if our focus creates our reality and you're focusing on things that don't serve you being in the end result of what it is that you desire, you're creating that reality, my friend. You're creating that reality. So I would love for you to allow your vision to take you to your next level. Can I get a yes if that's you, if you're choosing that, to allow your vision to take you to your next level? Now, when I talk about next level, it's an interesting thing, because I don't know necessarily that there's a next level and a next level and a next level. It's just like, be your level. Be your level now. Be that level now. So to allow your vision to take you to your next level, you have to have a clear destination. Could you imagine going to a big city? I use this a lot. Imagine going to a big city, getting in a car and just driving around aimlessly, not choosing where you want to go. Or maybe you have so many incredible things to explore and do, but you just drive to the corner store and stay parked there because you haven't connected to all the possibilities of what else is there and available for you. And that just seems really silly, right? Like, it just seems nuts. It seems nuts just to go so far and then to stay there and not actually venture further to see what's there and see what's available. But a lot of people do that in life. A lot of people do that in life. Oh, this is far enough. But it's like, yeah, there's so much more possibilities. There's so many other cool and fun and amazing things. Nah, I'm happy just staying at the corner shop. I've heard that there's fun parks and there's all these cool things, but nah, what happens if I drive down the street and I hit the curb, or someone doesn't like the way that I drive, or someone might crash into me, or I might crash, or I get a flat tire. Could you imagine getting a flat tire and then packing the car up and then just heading home? Like, no, change the tire and carry on. Imagine just standing in one place, maybe taking a few steps here and there, seeing so many fun things outside of where you stand, but choosing to walk, not choosing to walk towards them because you believe you can't get there. Can you see how this relates to life? You can't get to Paris if you don't first choose to get there. True? Oh, hitting some deep stuff there. I love that. I love that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to shake things up. I'm here to shake things up for you. A lot of people don't focus on their desired reality, their vision, or or they play it safe. They're like, okay, here's my current reality, and I'm just gonna, just outside of my comfort zone. I'm just gonna do this. And elevate your vision looks like this. Here's my current reality. Here's my desired reality, baby. Here it is. This allowing your vision to take you to your next level. But the problem is the bigger the vision, the more tension it creates. The tension is not the problem. The problem is because it creates more tension, it creates more resistance. It creates more of the limiting beliefs, creates more of our ego wanting to release that tension in favor of how we feel incomplete about ourselves. So, how do we decide what our vision is? What we're going for in life? Let's talk about the land of plenty. The land of plenty, this is the gateway to your superconscious mind. Your superconscious mind that is like your higher mind, where your heart's true desires already exist, where you can access your truest desires that are free from limitations of the ego, free from societal conditioning. You're accessing your superconscious state of awareness where everything your heart desires is already manifested. This is where your creative potential is realized. It's a visionary space where you see with the eyes of the innocence. You see, it's an unclouded by the mists of conditioned thinking or past experiences. This is such a beautiful transformational process that aligns you with your heart's creative frequency, enabling you to manifest outcomes that really resonate with your authentic self and true level. Land of plenty is in our consciousness and DNA. It's a place where you get your true end result. Ego-free, a place of limitless possibilities. This is where you will bypass your outdated perspective that keeps you stuck in old patterns that no longer serve you. I want you to write this down. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And I love thinking about it in the way of, how many of you have ever jumped in an airplane on a really cloudy day, and then you get up in the air and you get so high up and you go through the clouds and it's like, oh, there's sunshine. Right? But you couldn't see it before. It didn't mean to say that it wasn't there. It's just that there were clouds in the way. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean to say that it's not there. I want you to keep that in mind. Yeah, the sun is always shining. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So land of plenty is a space within your consciousness where you can access your truest desires, free from the limitations of your ego, societal conditioning, allowing you to gain clarity on your soul's calling and create a life aligned with your authentic purpose, connecting you to your true elevated vision. Does that sound good? And the cool thing is, even though you'll be connecting into your own land of plenty, the cool thing is because we're going to be doing it together as a group, and even if you're watching this as a replay, you're still going to be connecting into all of the energy. The energy will be more amplified. How cool is that? You'll feel it. You'll feel it. I feel it. So in Conscious Creator Academy, which I mentioned earlier. So my Monday, we do lenses and we do some visualization stuff, some really cool stuff. Hey, whoever's in CCA, give a shout out for that, because it is cool stuff. And I tell you what I find when we do some choices together, right? And when we do it together, the energy is so like up leveled. It's way different. I feel it way different when I do it with everyone than when I do it on my own. So be excited about this today, because as we do our Land of Plenty together, the energy will be more amplified. And I'm going to be picking someone out of the group here to do a live intuitive reading on them. How cool is that? So you'll get to experience exactly how I tune into someone's highest potential. And I will, I'll be sharing that. I'll share exactly what I get, and I share first. You all know, if you've worked with me before, you know that when I do an intuitive reading, I share first. There's it's all in. I love it. So don't get disappointed if you miss out. I have a very huge heart. I want you all to be able to experience it, and I'll explain more about that at the very end of today's call. But yeah, just know that there's certainly going to be an opportunity for anyone that does want to do a one-on-one Land of Plenty or session with me. You're going to have that opportunity, and in a way that is very, very low investment. So get excited about that. 2026 is going to be an incredible year for us all, hey? So here's what's going to happen. Woohoo! I love it. I'll be guiding you to get into a state of innocence. Rochelle is always spot on. Yeah, look. There could be a first time that I'm not, but nah, I never set that intention. We'll be guiding you to get into the state of innocence in no sense. In no sense, meaning we leave everything behind. We're coming from a space of, if there were no limitations, what would I just love to be, have, or do? If I could just have anything, what would it just be? I'm going to take you on this beautiful blue mist journey. Let me know, is there anyone here that has never experienced the blue mist before? Just out of curiosity. I'm only really seeing the names of people that are typing, so I'm not too sure exactly who's on this call. But if you haven't done the blue mist, it's super cool. It seems like I think everyone here has done it. But either way, and if you're watching the replay as well, it's a cool journey. This might be new to you, but just allow yourself just to simply flow through. You're going to follow along in this visualization, and then we're going to enter the Land of Plenty. And when you get to the Land of Plenty, you're going to explore and write down what it is that you get. And this will be a silent space. Okay, so I will guide you through. This will get you into a very deep connective state. I'll guide you through, and then when you get to the Land of Plenty, you're just going to be in the fun and play. Please don't. Here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to get caught up in the, oh God, I've got to get this right and I've got to get this perfect. You don't. You might get there, and at some points you might be like, oh, there's nothing coming. Don't worry. Don't freak out. It happens to me sometimes. Sometimes when I'm doing someone's Land of Plenty, there's a pause. And then I let it be. And do you know the cool thing about this? You get to just make it up. We think about it. If I had no limitations, what would I just love to be, have, or do? No pressure to get it right. Be in the sense of like full curiosity. Don't force anything. We don't need to force anything. Allow it to flow. No filtering, no editing anything out. If you're like, wow, I get this visualization of me owning my own private jet, write it down. Because what happens is the brain's like, Well, you've got like $1 in your bank account. How could you possibly, it goes chit, chat, chit, chat. None of that. This is what I get. Write it down. So, as I say, in our humanness, we naturally go, well, how would I create that? Let that set aside. Let go of the how. Just tune into what it is that you want. Just go for what it is that you get. If your mind wanders, it's normal. Just return back to your heart. You might, even when you're in the land of plenty, you might get a symbol. I like to refer to the pink hippo dancing on the mountain. You might get that as a symbol, or a golden beam of light, or it's raining money. There might be a big, beautiful waterfall. You simply interpret it to what you make that mean for you. Okay? All right. So we're going to... Oh, good. Oh, good, Bria. So we're going to lock the room now, Sheena. So please, at this moment, no one can enter while we're doing this process. We want to keep the energy contained. But before we kick off, there's one important thing, right? There's one important thing that I haven't done yet. What would that be? Picking who I'm going to do a reading on. Hey, how exciting. So who would love that? So what I want you to do, if you can see down the bottom, I think it's a react. You should better do like a thumbs up. Oh, see, some of you are onto it. So I'm going to give a little bit of time. It just means, what that means is the thumbs up puts you where I can see you. And this is where my intuition kicks in, right? So I'm going to intuitively who took their hand down? You need to put it back up. Thank you. It's like, oh, there was heaps, and then they just disappeared. All right, just give me a little. Are you ready for the drum roll? I need like a drum roll, don't I? Thumbs disappear. Right, Diana. Yay! I'm going to come and pin you. So thank you so much, everyone. I absolute wish that I could bring you all and do all of you. But it's all good. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Yay!
Life really is, it's just, it is getting better and better and better. And I just know I am ready to really, really elevate at this point.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
so excited. Yeah, yeah, and I know I am.
I know you are. I know you are. Yeah,
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely meant to be. You're all so right. And this is just how it goes, right? I never know who
Thank
it's
you,
going to be
everyone.
until I just tune in and I just go by my intuition, and so that's all good. So before we obviously, I just need to say this just to make sure, but I know that you already know the drill on this, is that, obviously your camera's good and your sound's good, but I also need to have permission to use this, recording in the future for future purposes, if you're
Yes,
okay with that.
yes,
Beautiful.
absolutely.
Love it. And thank you. Like, I really just want to say thank you too, because you really are of service to everyone as well. So I really appreciate that. So I just want to reiterate to everyone to be in the sense of playful curiosity. Okay. Now there's not much that you're going to see from me with Diana until after we've all done our own Land of Plenty reading. Okay. When I say we, I'm not doing my own, I'm doing Diana's. But when you do your own, then sorry, I just got a little bit distracted. I saw that there was someone in the waiting room. So that's where I'll be sharing what I get for Diana. So here's what you need to do. You want to draw, everyone wants to draw a circle, and you want to write Land of Plenty. Now, the circle does not need to be so big for you to fit all your words in, okay? Here's mine here. Here's mine here. Why do we draw this circle? I want to explain this a little bit. Circle work is quite a lot, plays a big part in the things that I do and what I teach, and it's very connected into intuition. Okay. This is one of the quickest and easiest ways that I can help people to connect into their intuition is with circle work. When you draw a circle and you define that circle as something, then you get all of the energy, the information that is relative to what you've defined that circle as. Okay, that is the simplest, easiest way for me to explain it. So this is why it's important that you draw the circle, you define it as that. And so when you step into this Land of Plenty, you're going to get all of this beautiful information. So be in the sense of playful curiosity, trust that this reality exists in your consciousness. And we're going to spend 20 minutes, okay, 20 minutes you're going to spend in your Land of Plenty. Less than 20 minutes, you're selling yourself short. That's just the truth. Less than 20 minutes, you're selling yourself short. So when you feel like your Land of Plenty is complete, I want you to ask yourself these questions. And just, is there still something that I haven't uncovered? There's still one gem, one golden nugget, something that I haven't uncovered. What is it? There is more there. What am I not allowing myself to see? Why ask those questions? Because I tell you, sometimes the most profound stuff is what comes at the very end. And I just say sometimes, no pressure. Don't be like, but Rochelle said, and I can't find it. Okay? So, got your pen, got your paper. We're going to do it. I'll lead you through. Hey, you're so welcome, Molly. I'm going to lead you through, and then the last thing that you'll hear from me will be, something like enjoy being in your Land of Plenty or exploring it or something. It'll be something along those lines. Who knows what's going to come out of my mouth by then. And then you're just going to give yourself that 20 minutes. You're going to give yourself that space, right? And then I will bring you back. And then I will be sharing with you, the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to be sharing with you what it is that I get in Diana's Land of Plenty. Oh my God, I am so excited. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, are we ready to rock and roll? Yes. Now, please, if this is something very new to you, just go with it. Be in the fun, be in the play. You don't have to get it right, but do just do it. Do just do it. Just, you know, just do it. All right, let's go. That's cool. You'll be right on time. You'll still be able to get it done, Mish. So you're good. Promise. I promise that I will bring everyone back in 20 minutes time, okay? Well, it might be 25 minutes by the time we go through the blue mist. Right? All right, let's go ahead. Close our eyes. Just take a moment. Maybe you put your hand on your heart. Just take a moment to really feel yourself being here, being present, being together. How good is that? I love it. It really fills my heart with so much joy. Take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Set a very clear intention to allow this to serve you at the greatest of good, whatever that means. That's it. Just imagine a warm golden light in your chest that's representing your creative essence. That's it. Feeling the deep connection of your own innate wisdom. And I invite you to silently affirm, I am open to my genius and my true desires. We're about to go on this beautiful journey as blue mist. This blue mist, you as blue mist, you're going to end up in your land of plenty. Your land of plenty where everything is available for you. There is no need to filter or edit anything out. This is the you that is truly living the life that you love on all aspects. So just allow yourself to enjoy this adventure. As you visualize blue mist, however you see it to be, a haze, a cloud, so allowing yourself to be in the fun and play, and noticing that in front of blue mist there is this path that leads to a tunnel. On each side of the path there are trees and flowers and animals and birds, and there's a slight breeze that is just rustling the leaves through the trees, and you just start to move and glide, hovering above the ground, gliding above the path, just naturally moving with ease and flow, getting to this tunnel. And you see that there are signs pointing to the entrance of the tunnel that say, this is your journey to your land of plenty. This blue mist just effortlessly gliding, you glide into the entrance of the tunnel, and you just know you have this feeling, it feels warm, it feels safe, it feels inviting as you just naturally, with ease and flow, glide through the land of plenty. You start to pick up a little bit of speed. The faster you go, the bluer you get. The bluer you get, the faster you go, moving faster and faster. Faster and faster, knowing that you're on this beautiful journey to your land of plenty, your true heart's desire, moving faster and faster. The faster you go, the bluer you get, the bluer you get, the faster you go, gaining so much speed now. Now the angle of the tunnel changes, pointing 90 degrees, going upwards, up, 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 moving faster and faster. You can see that the exit of the tunnel is getting closer and closer, closer and closer, and you're moving so fast now. It's like everything around you inside this tunnel is still. And yet you're moving faster and faster, and the whole tunnel is just illuminated this beautiful bright blue. You're getting brighter and brighter, moving faster and faster, allowing yourself to exit the tunnel and enter your land of plenty. And just notice what you notice in your land of plenty. Go ahead and enjoy exploring what is there for you, what is available. Just ask yourself the question, if I could be, have, or do anything, what would it be? And I'll see you on the other side. I'll bring you back. So we've just got about 2 minutes to go and then we'll be finished. So if I just keep on letting it all come, might be a time now if you haven't already, just asking yourself the question if there's anything else there. All right, coming back. Wow, we. So before I share, I'm so excited to share with Diana what I got. But let me know for everyone else. Let me know how you went. Um, what did you experience? Because sometimes we can experience getting in our own head, getting in our own way, trying to get it perfect. So what did everyone experience? I love, like it was so elevated, and I honestly, this would have to be one of my favorite of all time things to be able to do with someone and for someone. It really is such a privilege and a pleasure, and I have only ever had two people read my Land of Plenty, Chris and William, which a lot of you will be familiar with. And tomorrow I'm actually getting Chris's wife Harriet. She's going to do a reading on me tomorrow. We're good buddies, so it's always nice to have someone else be able to read your Land of Plenty because even no matter how much we connect into the field of information, it's really cool to have someone else either see things that are more elevated or just to really confirm that what it is that we get is what we, is that we're on track. So it is very powerful. Oh, nice, Rebecca. So you're in your head a bit, but then when you relax, stuff came up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it because time has flown. Time goes so fast. I always am mindful of time, and I just think it just says Rochelle's on a call, and I'm just going to go twice as fast. Um, and I know that some of you do have to jump off soon, so that's all good. Um, oh, good, Mish. So good to have you on. Great to see you, by the way. Um, You love the what's more? Went from the basic house surrounding and then went into the nice health food cooking. Even a chef when you're busy. Yeah, good. That totally comes up in my vision too. Well, I really enjoy cooking. It's probably more someone that does the dishes for me. So one of my choices is about is around a high-end lifestyle, and that's certainly in there. Okay, right. Further ado, let's dive into it. Ah, so good. Okay, so when I get stuff like it's just like it's it's kind of all over the place. So, but I will just follow through as I get it. Um, who said that? No pressure. No pressure. I know this is the cool thing. It's really fun because this is in front of you all, and of course for the replay as well. So this is going to exist forever in time, which is cool. Okay, Diana, are you ready? Yeah.
I am ready. Yes.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. So as soon as I step into someone's land of plenty, I really get like a full kind of energy that ends up sort of flowing through the whole thing, and that's exactly what it was. Your land of plenty is so abundant on all levels, like abundant in life. It's very fun and playful. Like you're fun and playful. What you're creating is fun and playful. It's because for you, it's like life is about living and enjoying and having that like like that childlike, curiosity and fun and an adventure. And you're magically and masterfully creating a vibrant life. Like that's what it just has, this vibrancy. It's colorful. And you're playing the big game, my girl. You are not mucking around. You are playing the big game. You're out in the world. There is no holding you back. I just see that like you are your own voice, you are your own person. You're so connected into your truth and your vision and what you're going for. There is nothing, it's like nothing even else exists. And it's so beautiful. You rise up and you be seen, like all of you. You don't care. You're unapologetically yourself, and you own what it is that you want and who you are. So there's no, because you are very abundant in all of this. So you wanna hire a private jet, or you want to do whatever. Like you just do it. There's no, I can't tell Auntie Nellie because she'll think that I'm blah blah blah. You're unapologetic. You own it. This is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I'm going for. And you have this very clear, in a powerful way, this very clear expectation of things, and it's almost like you demand it of the world and the universe, like that everything is going to work in your favor. So life is very thriving, and I don't know what the word is that I wrote there, to be honest. Thriving and maybe prosperous or something like that. You go for what it is that you want. You have this presence and power and grace, and that's what you live by. You're very integral, like you hold a lot of integrity with everything. You're so courageous in your actions. You're living a very bold life. It's like, here I am. I'm Diana, and be in my world or don't be in my world. And that's all. Yeah, that's all good. Living a bold life, motivated to create big things. You're not mucking around. You're just out there doing it, teaching, writing, mentoring. You've got workshops. You're doing retreats, but you don't call them retreats. You call them something else. But you're doing things that bring people in these beautiful gatherings. People are drawn to you, and it's because you hold and own so much of who you are. People are like, I need some of that. Like, what has she got that she can just live like this? So people are like magnetized. They're drawn to you because you're so seen. You're very global. We'll get to that later, but you're very global. Like people know who you are. And you're an uplifter. You're an energy giver. People, just by being in your surroundings, you don't even need to say anything. It's like, how come I just feel good about myself all of a sudden? And I think you already know that that is what it is that you do. You're deeply, you have beautiful, deeply connective friendships and relationships with those that you want to, to be in your world, and even like family. So your family doesn't necessarily have to be blood related. You have your people that are your people that you call family, that are, the closest to you. Um, you have a very beautiful relationship with a devoting partner. You're exploring life and the world. You're very spontaneous in and enjoy thrill-seeking adventures. And I think that just goes back to what I was saying. Like, you're like, life is for living. It's like, I don't need to have it all completely, like, I can just change my mind and fly here or fly there, or just do something spontaneous. Like, let's just have fun. You have partnerships and fun collaborations, like, sort of business wise and investment wise. You have lots of cool things kind of going on in that sense too, and not in a way of it being busy, but it's like, yeah, like, I've got my own business, and then I've got this collaboration with this person, and I've got some investments, and you just got these cool things going on. You are speaking, oh yeah, so very global. You're out there in the world. And I really get that for you. Like, you have your base. There's there's three kind of base places that you switch around a little bit. But you're very out there in the world. It's that kind of like is your life. Like, you're traveling and working, and you're speaking worldwide. So traveling is life. You Oh yeah, you own yeah, so travel is life. So you're traveling. This is fun part. I think the hardest part of this is trying to read what I've blooming written. Because I get the information so fast, I'm like trying to keep up.
Uh,
So with traveling is life. Like, you travel on your own, you travel with friends, you travel for your speaking engagements and your
mhm,
workshops and bits and pieces. You travel to like other things that you want to be going to as well, like other people's retreats,
mhm,
and you bring the world with you. So I get this real sense that you document it, like you're on social media, you do podcasts, like you're very out there in the world. Like, there's no way you cannot be seen.
mm,
And it's very inspiring to others. Again, it's that whole, this is why people are magnetized to you, because you just like own it. You're very enriched in life's experiences. You're the fullest expression of yourself. You're deeply anchored in your genius. And that's just like how you live. At the beginning, when I said you're magically and masterfully creating a vibrant life, it's because you're so tuned into your genius and your intuition. And you're just like naturally just, and very openly sharing your innate gifts and talents. Also going back to, you own it. You own that you have, these are my gifts and talents. This is my mastery, and I'm just sharing it with everyone. You love hosting people. You love making
mm,
people feel good about themselves. So it was like this hosting, gathering, feeding people, whether you're cooking or not, doesn't matter. But like, your door and your heart is actually always open. Gatherings, communities, again, like, you actually have your own community that you're building. But I actually think that it's bigger and more broad than I think what you think that it is.
mhm,
Yeah, definitely. You create charities and foundations and things like that can help other people that are unable to help themselves. And then I got this glorious like boat, like yacht. You're sailing, and there's beach and sand and hot weather, and this exotic like house that's Yeah, very, very. Oh, I'm interested to see with that laughing. I'm interested to see for you to share what that means. But yeah, exotic house. So basically your life is very thriving and abundant on all levels.
Mhm.
And you actually do not give a fuck about
Yeah.
what anyone else is up to. It's like that. There was the last bit. So, by the way, when I said to everyone, like, ask that question and see what else comes, I had a bit of a giggle because that's what I got. It's like, yeah, her life is thriving and abundant on all levels, and yeah, you don't give a fuck, and you're just so staying in your lane. It's like nothing else really exists, not in a way that you don't care about other people, but
Mhm.
you just like, nah, I am just on my road doing my thing, and laters, be in my world, don't be in my world, don't care. So that is what I got.
On it. So many things on just like, I was like, check, 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 just all of them, like the whole thing. Amazing. So you said the house, I put crystal blue water, ocean, white house, a villa overlooking the ocean, Mediterranean. So that's that's exotic. I have world stage, abundance, love, joy, um, children, horses, dogs, cats, love, laughter, family, joy, peace, the retreats and the workshops, the playfulness, the jet, the traveling around the world for business and pleasure
Mm.
and my own growth, various homes. Three is what I have in mind. Um, Italy, Turkey, and Mexico. There's cruises, so big ship. So, that was definitely a big piece of that. Supporting my soul sisters, my relationship. Yes, yes, you nailed that one. Talk about that another day. I wrote Renaissance Woman, author, speaker, coach, mother, wisdom.
Mm.
Um, I have a full coaching program growing. It's in partnership with other people, sharing growth, impacting adoptees, doing healing work, transformation, living your highest self. And everything that was around here, everything was about being playful and joyful and truly just living in the moment.
Mm.
And so, all the other words that you said were all just other words for everything that I already had. So you
Nice.
were you were absolutely spot on. Um, what I appreciate hearing, because what I wrote, as you were saying, you own it, you've got this, where I came from was I'm confident, I'm relaxed. Um, I'm knowing, trusting, ease, flow, inspired, taking action.
Mm.
So those were the words that came for me in that same way where you were like, you own this, you know it, you've got it, you're just focused, you know where you're going, nothing is stopping you. So it is all, I mean, we did this 2 years ago. I realized it was 2 years ago.
Was it?
And yes, it was 2 years ago. And there's so much that is still there. So much of this that is still there. It is
Yep.
all just waiting. And now I know I'm in a place where, I mean, a lot of this has, like, the setup has come. So I'm now in a place where I am, you talked about security, and stepping out, but I feel like I'm more stable. It's not necessarily that I'm in a secure place, but I'm definitely in a more stable place than I was 2 years ago.
Hmm.
And now the things that I have been manifesting and creating in my own life are what I consider the foundations that I really get to build all of this from. And
Nice.
it has been a real journey to come to this place of having a solid foundation, knowing where I'm going, knowing what I want to create. And the vision is very, very clear. And doing this again with you, it's the confirmation
Mm.
that I am ready. 2026, by the end of this year, there's going to be big shifts.
I would say
Yeah.
the big shifts are already starting to happen. So,
They are.
yeah,
Oh, they are.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Last year was also a big shifting year.
Love it.
But this year I already see everything is lining up, and it's just a matter of getting out of my own way. I think
You
that
know what?
really was
It's
it.
not even that. I'm just I'm gonna.
Yeah, yeah, no,
It's not even
please.
that, right? It's not even getting out of our own way. It's about just holding our focus so strong on the end
Mm,
result and the outcome that we want and our choices. There's even no room for us to even get in our own way, you know?
got
But I'm
it.
going to be
That
really
makes
mindful. I'm not
sense.
going to turn this into a coaching
Yeah, yeah.
session
No, no,
because
no,
we've
I
still
know.
got some stuff to go through. So I love that. So yeah, let me know in the chat box for everyone else. How did you go? What did you and was that good stuff? Was that cool to kind of witness me doing a reading on Diana and just seeing how that all works? And yeah, it's pretty awesome. Hey, yes, cool, cool, love it, love it. So here's what
Thank you so
happens.
much.
You're welcome. We will connect. I'm just going to pop kind of back in the world of in the world, back in the world, back in the world of what? So it's really important that you stay on for the next little bit as well because this will set you up for next week. So you've got your land of plenty. So there's a couple of things that I really want to point out, right? One is that we're going to create these into true choices. Another is that, I said to you earlier that there's an opportunity for me to do a reading with you all. Well, actually, that's a lie. It's not with you all because I don't have the time to do it a one-on-one with you all, but I actually have 5 spots between now and next week. If any of you are like, yeah, you know what, I would love to have Rochelle do a reading with me, there's going to be that opportunity. Yeah, it's so powerful, Louise, isn't it? So, so powerful. So can you see how powerful it is to have a reading done? And what gets extracted, like how potent it is. And as Diana said, it's that confirmation. It's that confirmation. Yeah, there might have been some words that are a little bit different, but it was, being in that field. Let me know, what did you all love about that? What did you love about your experience or witnessing what we did with Diana? Fill me in. You see, and as you're writing that in, I'll carry on. See, here's the problem a lot of people face. And I want this to really land with you all, is that they get their vision and then they don't choose it. Oh, I got it. This feels good. This looks great. Yeah, this is super awesome. And then they don't choose it. Or they just choose what they feel comfortable creating. They choose what they feel comfortable creating. And what's the outcome of that? Not an awesome one. So they give up on an extraordinary life for a life of, mediocrity and pain and dissatisfaction. You can't rely on vision alone. You have to choose it, and then you have to actually take action on it. When people talk about manifestation, you can't just visualize. Oh, I just visualize $1 million in my bank account, $1 million in my bank account. I mean, it ain't going to happen, right? We have our vision, we choose it, and we take the action. And so we're going to cover the choices part next week. But I'm going to set you up to kind of actually work on it between now and then, because what I don't want is the energy of these choices to kind of fade And then, you're working on your true choices next week. So we're going to do like a little bit of in between homework. Does that sound all right? Does that sound all right? So it's only those that have worked with me one-on-one that really discover the real magic of the wordings with choices. And I've worked with a lot of people that have been in this work for a long time, and there is not one person that I've worked with that's already had their choices that I haven't changed them because they're just not energetically aligned. And we want to bring them to a whole new level and understanding. So I'm excited to share mine with you because let me tell you something. When I took my choices to the next level, everything changed for me. And I like, that's not just some hype bullshit. I know that we get filled up a lot of that from a lot of people, but this is honest truth. You all know me. Well, a lot of you know me really well. I only speak what's honest in my experience, but everything changed for me. When I took my choices to the next level, everything changed. And I know this to be true for most of my clients also. Right? So you can have a play with choices between now and then. And in fact, I highly encourage that you do so. So each choice starts with, I choose the end result of. You have to have those words. Can't have anything else. And you might have one relative to finance, one relative to relationships, one that's connected to your true purpose. It might be one, like I know with Diana, there was speaking and writing, and so Diana might choose to have one relative to her book if she's going to choose to write a book. Okay, maybe there's one around travel or houses or whatever come up in your land of plenty. You want to have 7 minimum. I always have 9. It might be that in your true choice, you learn how to dance or play the guitar. It doesn't have to be all big, massive things. So have a play around, get some together so that you're really kind of working on your choices. And then next week when we come together, or if you're watching the replay, it will be in part 2, you will be able to really get them to this beautiful, like you'll notice the difference. I'm not even going to go into it all now, but you'll notice the difference. Right? So, because the thing is, I want to help you turn your thoughts into things, to bring your vision into life, to actualize your vision. I actually created a program about actualizing your vision. No, I won't go into that today, but there's a few people on this call. It's called Let Your Vision Lead. And there's a few people on this call that have done it. And I will be kicking that off again sometime this year as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that because it's pretty awesome. It's like actually ensuring that you're taking the action, which is the best, right? So leave behind your limitations, leave behind the ways that no longer serve you, and allow yourself to elevate your fullest potential. Who wants that? Who wants that? So before I sign off, I'm really passionate, as I say, about helping as many people as possible. If you would love to have a one-on-one session with me, I want to help 5 more people to really extract the full essence of their land of plenty and then to reach their true potential, to help them with their true choices as well. I've created the best possible offer that I can absolutely imagine that benefits you not just with one-on-one, but to actually bring you into my community at a much deeper level. So who would love, and this is not, this is not okay, well then you've got to jump into it because it's got to resonate with you, right? If you know that this is your year to really take things to the next level and you're just not mucking around anymore, I would guarantee that one of these 5 spots are for you. And maybe you might be like, oh, I don't really know. there's two things. One, I'm going to give you a link for you to book in a call with me. It's a creation call. It's 20 minutes. It is, there is no, I'm not here to sell anyone. I can't be bothered with that kind of, it's just not me, right? It serves you, it doesn't. But you can jump on a complimentary 20-minute call with me. And this is if you would love to talk about your land of plenty, if you would love me to just help you with something, or you might even just want to talk about your cat, right? You might have some guidance that you want from me. It doesn't cost you anything. So, Sheena, if you can just pop the link in for that. So there's that, right? So it's a 20-minute creation call with me that you can ask me questions. You can ask for guidance on something. You might be sitting on the fence about maybe, do I want to invest in doing a land of plenty with Rochelle or not? Book in a call. Let's just have a chat. Maybe you just want to talk about your cat and how cute it is. I'm all about that too. I'm happy to connect. Right? There is limited space in my calendar though. So like first in, best dressed. No word of a lie. I've really stretched myself to make my calendar available. It's only between now and next week. Okay, so there's that. If you are a real action taker and you're like, you know what, I'm all in. I want Rochelle to do a land of plenty reading with me. I want to get my true choices. Yeah, thanks, Wayne. Wayne's lucky enough. We connect every single week, but he pays for it. He doesn't get it for free. So if you'd love to go all in with a land of plenty reading, get me to help you with your true choices to really set up the strong foundation for an incredible 2026 and beyond, you absolutely can do so. And I'm just going to, I think I've got the link here somewhere. I am going to, will this open up for me? I'm going to show you. You get to be part of Conscious Creator Academy. How blooming cool is this? I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going over it really quick. Sheena might put the link in below. So basically you get to be with me for 6 months. Does that sound cool? 6 months of Rochelle and her community. So we basically have fun like this every single week, and you get the opportunity to hang out with me in these calls 3 times a week if you like. So Conscious Creator Academy is, we have our creative lenses. So this is ensuring that you're holding yourself accountable and actually taking the action towards your desired reality. We have a Q&A. I'm so big on support, so you can jump in, you can ask any questions relative to the creative development work, relative to perhaps your business if you're doing coaching. I have a lot of knowledge, want to help, so we have that weekly as well. Then we have a masterclass. We cover so much deep stuff. It's very expansive. It's not, we do cover some basic stuff, but it is quite in the mastery of things as well. And then also, so we're looking at this one here, right? So this is where you actually get 2 coaching sessions with me and a couple of accountability calls. And we have a special discount code. Sheena will have to put it in the chats. I think it's EYL, is it 2026? Anyway, it'll be there for you. So basically you get 6 months in my Conscious Creator Academy. You get 2 full sessions with me. Can I just say, by the way, even 1 full session with me is more than what you pay for all of that, right? At the discounted price. So the link is there. You can have a look at it in your own time. I don't want to bombard people with like too much information. I've probably bombarded you enough as it is. It's like, hey, you can book a free call in with me. And if you're an action taker and you want me to do a land of plenty reading, have some full sessions with me, you've got that option as well. Let me just scroll down in these chats. Yeah, cool. Yeah, absolutely. If you need links sent to you later, just drop us a message, support@RochelleWeir.com. Thanks for that reminder, Sheena, she's so good. She's so good. So do one of them, book in a call with me or book in your Land of Plenty reading. There are only 5 spaces for the Land of Plenty reading because I honestly just don't, like, I'm doing this really as a gift because my calendar is getting really full, which is a great thing, right? Because it means that I'm just doing my thing and helping as many people as possible, which warms my heart no end. But I want to see you win this year. So however I can do that, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Love you all so much. Give me a little bit of insight in the chat box. If you could word it in one word or two, what was the energy of today? You're welcome, Debs. Exciting, love it, inspiring, beautiful, inspired to keep going and have better clarity on my vision. So Diana, we will connect. We're going to jump on a call. I'm going to help you with your true choices. So that's, yeah, that's super cool. Yay, you're welcome. You're welcome, Nancy. My absolute pleasure. Look forward to seeing you all next week. And make sure that you do reach out, book a call. Let's do a Land of Plenty if that's something that, you know, that you feel that sits in your heart. Either way, let's just connect, hey? Mwah. Love you all.